Today, we're closing out May, talking about one of the most exhausting things an ADHD or neurodivergent brain can do: overthinking. Not the occasional going over something twice. I mean the 2 a.m. spiral, the decision you've analyzed from 17 angles and still can't make. The conversation you've replayed 40 times looking for the thing you did wrong. The future you've catastrophized so thoroughly, you're now grieving something that hasn't even happened. Here's what I want to offer you today. That's not a broken brain. That's a specific cognitive pattern that made sense at some point, got overamplified, and now runs without a useful purpose. And it can be directed. Welcome to Wisdom from the Porch. I'm GP. This is Wisdom from the Porch. Overthinking is a pattern recognition running in overdrive. A pattern recognition is one of the things neurodivergent brains genuinely do exceptionally well. ADHD brains scan for novelty and threat simultaneously. They notice inconsistencies in environments and interactions that other people miss. They run rapid hypotheticals. What if this? What if that? As a form of preparation and risk management. HSP brains do a version of this too, processing experiences more thoroughly, running more variables, staying with ambiguity longer trying to solve it. In the right context, this is brilliant. This is how you see problems others miss, how you prepare for contingencies, how you read people and situations with unusual accuracy. The problem is when this pattern recognition system gets activated by non-threats, social interactions, decisions without clear right answers, the future in general, and can't find the resolution it's scanning for. So it loops. It keeps running in search because it hasn't found the answer that would allow it to stop. This was a game changer to me when I learned I was HSP. So many things from my past started to make sense, and I hope it starts to make sense for you too. Overthinking is not your brain malfunctioning. It's your brain's best tool applied to a problem that doesn't have a scannable solution. Here are 3 types of overthinking in neurodivergent adults. See which one fits you. Type 1, retroactive analysis. You're replaying past interactions, conversations, decisions, looking for what you did wrong, what you should have said, where the thing went sideways. This type is most linked to RSD and shame. The loop is trying to identify the error so you can prevent future rejection. It can't stop because the past can't be changed to produce the certainty it's looking for. Type 2, anticipatory catastrophizing. You're running future scenarios, usually worst case. The ADHD threat detection system, trained on years of unexpected consequences, starts mapping every single bad outcome. The loop continues here because the future genuinely is uncertain. So the search for a resolution never resolves. Type 3, decision paralysis. You're analyzing a decision until the available information has been processed past the point of diminishing returns, and then continuing. This is ADHD executive function difficulty combined with perfectionism. The fear that choosing wrong is so costly that not choosing feels safer. This loop continues because no amount of analysis removes risk. Now, all 3 share the same underlying dynamic. The brain is trying to achieve certainty in a situation where certainty isn't available. The solution is not more analysis. It's a different relationship with uncertainty. Now here are 3 tools that will redirect. Tool 1 is the solvable or not sort. When you notice you're in a loop, ask one question. Is this a solvable problem right now? If yes, what is the smallest next action? Take it. Done. If no, if it's about something in the past, something genuinely uncertain, something outside your control, name it directly. For instance, this is unsolvable from where I'm standing. Your brain responds differently to named limitations than to unaddressed ones. Naming the unsolvability reduces the urgency to keep scanning. Tool 2 is scheduled worry. This sounds counterintuitive, but stay with me, it works. Pick one 15-minute window per day. Same time, same place, designated just for active worrying. When the loop starts outside of that window, you don't suppress it. You say, I'm scheduling this for 5 p.m., and then you redirect. What you're doing is training your brain that the thoughts have a container. They will be addressed. This reduces the urgency that keeps loops spinning around the clock. And the third tool is the physical pattern interrupt. Loops run in the default mode network, the part of your brain active when it's not engaged with an external task. The fastest way to interrupt the loop is to give your brain an external task with enough sensory or cognitive load to displace the rumination. Not scrolling. That's passive enough for the loop to continue in the background. You need something that requires engagement, a word game, a creative task, physical movement, a real conversation. The interrupt doesn't solve the thing you're looping on. It breaks the pattern long enough for your nervous system to reset. And most of the time, the loop doesn't restart with the same intensity. Your overthinking brain is not your enemy. It built you. It protected you. It noticed things that kept you safe and helped you understand people and situations in extraordinary depth. The work now is teaching it when the search is worth running and when it's time to close the tab. That's a practice. It takes repetition. Believe me, I've been doing it for some years now. But every time you use one of these tools instead of following a loop for 2 more hours, that's a rep. That's the practice. Your one next step? Pick your scheduled worry window. Set a recurring alarm on your phone. Give that loop a time and place. Start there. So that's a wrap on May. I hope to see you in June, and we're coming strong. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you in June, and we're coming strong. Thank you so much for being here. If this helped even a little, you can follow the show, so these conversations are here when you need them. And as always, thank you to Cloud Microphones for supporting these conversations. This has been Wisdom from the Porch. I'm GP. You're always welcome on the porch.